I was 20.
I see. When
I thankfully work with really wonderful collaborators who, you know, Jack is amazing. Like when I bring in a song that I've written 100%, some producers will not, like nowadays, some producers will not produce something that they didn't have a co-write on. We really haven't figured out a way to compensate the creators. And that's something that I'm always going to be very vocal about until I feel like it's fixed. I definitely want to, when I write a song 100%, I want credit for that. And I think that's fair. But I also, when people have these policies where they're like, we won't do this without this, I understand why. But I love right now, you know, out there, we have amazing creators like Halsey. Like Halsey's an amazing writer and she speaks up for what she cares about and she's very vocal about things. And we have these very fierce...
Taylor Swift dominates the planet as one of the best-selling musical artists ever and a full-blown billionaire. Yet her latest masterpiece, The Life of the Showgirl, dropped on October 3rd, 2025, and didn't land with the usual universal adoration we've grown addicted to from Taylor. The mixed reactions ignited endless online chaos. Has she lost her magic touch? Did she simplify her lyrics for Travis Kelce to keep up? Spoiler, no. And fun fact, Travis actually holds a university degree, unlike some assumptions. Much of that noise feels like pure internet static to me. At the core, one burning question lingers. Where does Taylor Swift go from here?
But I can also tell you, having listened to it, that it's universal.
It's just not something that we deal with until we have to, until we see it, until we experience it, until someone close to us is going through something like that. And so writing about it was really emotional, and I'm just kind of stopped talking about it now.
Understandable.
Here. To chart the future, we have to rewind and revisit her epic origin story because it's okay to feel everything deeply. Picture this. It's 2006 and you're a wide-eyed 12-year-old, just like I was. Nelly Furtado and Timbaland's Promiscuous blasts everywhere. Pink's Stupid Girls video mocks femininity on MTV, and Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie's The Simple Life glorifies ditzy drama. Women in mainstream media? Often reduced to punchlines. Sure, subversive icons existed in the underground, but for a preteen with an undeveloped frontal lobe and zero real role models, pop culture hit hard and misogyny ruled the airwaves, maybe even more blatantly than today. Then bursts in 16-year-old Taylor Swift, a breath of fresh air with her curly-haired innocence, whirlwind emotions, and whimsical sparkle. In an era where femininity was packaged strictly for the male gaze and feminism sometimes meant tearing down other women, Taylor made girlhood feelings feel valid, profound, and unapologetic. She connected with the whole generation who suddenly saw their heartbreaks and dreams as worthy of epic songs.
Trustees and members of the board, NYU's President Andrew Hamilton, Provost Catherine Fleming, and the faculty and alumni here today.
Oh, you have such a strange, convoluted relationship with your previous work because...
Fast forward 2 decades, and Taylor has masterminded one of the most intense, devoted fan armies in history, the Swifties. How did she crack the code? It boils down to a few genius pillars that turned casual listeners into lifelong obsessives. First, she narrates the girlhood experience like no one else. Taylor transforms universal rites of passage, heartbreak, growing pains, chasing independence, nostalgic yearning, into razor-sharp, deeply relatable anthems.
I feel differently today than I felt the day after releasing Folklore, because even the day after releasing Folklore, Aaron and I were still bouncing ideas back and forth, and we just knew we were going to keep writing music. I didn't know if it was for an album of mine, or Aaron and Justin Vernon have a really amazing project called Big Red Machine. So we kept writing thinking maybe we were going to do some Big Red Machine stuff, but the things that we ended up writing really sounded more like a continuation of Folklore. So when I put out Folklore, I remember just feeling so proud and happy, but still like foot on the gas, like, let's keep going. This is fun. I'm not finished with this. And everybody, all my collaborators, we all felt the same way about it. So we just kept going. With this one, I have this feeling of sort of quiet conclusion and sort of this weird serenity of like, we did what we set out to do, and we're all really proud of it. And that feels really, really nice.
She captures every messy, magical facet of being a young woman on a mainstream stage where few others dare to go that deep. That's raw power. Second, she invented the ultimate opt-in alternate reality puzzle game, a phrase I borrowed from Dan and Phil. Thanks, legends! Back in 2006, while most stars stuck to P.O. boxes, teenage Taylor hopped on MySpace to chat directly with fans. She hid secret messages in her debut album's liner notes, capitalized letters spelling out clues to the real stories behind songs, like the ex who cheated or inside jokes. This evolved into Easter eggs in music videos, award show gestures, and beyond. It felt intimate, like peeking into the real Taylor's diary. For diehards ready to level up from fan to stan, she built an entire world, decoding theories on forums, bonding over slooping. When MySpace faded, she migrated to Tumblr, liking posts, reblogging fan art, and fostering genuine connections. She hosted secret Swift sessions, inviting fans into her homes for acoustic sets and cookies. It wasn't cynical, it was revolutionary. Sure, it fueled massive commercial success. Hello, unbreakable parasocial bonds. But Taylor genuinely poured time into individuals because she values people. That said, multiple truths can coexist. She adores her Swifties as humans who make her happy, yet she also sees them as loyal customers. Releasing 27 near-identical album variants, that's straight-up corporate greed, even if we all fell for it. Guilty.
To write that album, and I needed to put out that album, and I needed to not explain that album, because another thing about that album was I knew if I did an interview about it, none of it would be about music. And this entire like lover phase of my life, there's been no distraction from the music.
Into your dorms and having to do classes over Zoom. Everyone in college during normal times stresses about test scores. But on top of that, you also had to pass like 1,000 COVID tests.
Don't forget the underdog narrative, or what critics call her victim complex, though that label reeks of misogyny dismissing emotional songwriting. From Kanye West storming the 2029 VMA stage to Scooter Braun snatching her masters, Taylor positioned herself as the relatable fighter we all root for. When she re-recorded her stolen catalog as Taylor's versions and ultimately bought back her masters, it felt like a triumphant win for every underdog artist. And yes, we spent a fortune supporting it. Now enter the life of a showgirl era. From the moment the Kelsey Brothers New Heights podcast teased that suspiciously Taylor-shaped silhouette, the Easter egg hunt exploded like never before. Capitalized letters in Apple Music lyrics? Child's play compared to real-world quests. Spotify pop-ups with hidden clues. Google and YouTube installing massive orange doors in cities worldwide, each with QR codes unlocking AI-generated secret shorts that piece together the fate of Ophelia's lyric video.
Amazing year. It seems like it wasn't that long.
How long did it take him to apologize to you?
He apologized a few days later, and
brands like Spotify, Apple, Google, and YouTube fully co-opted her fan engagement genius for massive visibility and profit, turning fun side quests into corporate spectacles. It's voluntary, right? No one's forced to chase orange doors or decode global hunts, but the scale has shifted. What started as playful connection now feels like required homework to fully appreciate the music. The album launched alongside a theatrical bonus film, the official release party of a showgirl, behind the scenes from the fate of Ophelia, track-by-track breakdowns, lyric videos, all in theaters for just 3 days. Fans policed criticism. Did you even see the film? It explains everything. Suddenly, optional lore became mandatory for valid opinions, overwhelming the songs themselves. A killer New York Times piece nailed it. Taylor built her fandom as wizards in a muggle world, but now Swifties gatekeep, demanding exhaustive work to decode references to Charlie XCX's Sympathy is a Knife, Maddie Healy drama, Travis Kelce nods. Tracks like Actually Romantic hit differently and harsher without that context, relying on insider gossip over standalone brilliance. The magic of her cinematic universe is fading under the weight. Fandom shouldn't require a PhD in Taylor lore. Valid criticism doesn't demand theater tickets or global scavenger hunts. And let's be real.
Is the biggest pop star on the planet. She's one of the best-selling musical artists in the history of the world, and she's also a billionaire. But her latest...
Your body language, too. It's interesting because that statistic says that we have twins, but you share personality and body movements as well. So you're not trying to be Taylor Swift. This is you.
No, this is just me. I walk awkwardly.
The nostalgia of like certain songs, and then I'm actually getting a Taylor Swift tattoo based off of a song that's like very important to me, Mad Woman.
If I had to pick a favorite lyricist, it would be a tie between him and Lana Del Rey.
Influenced by mostly three artists, the Dixie Chicks, Shania Twain,
Love
and
them.
Faith Hill.
Excellent. Faith Hill.
In 2025, Taylor Swift is no longer the underdog. She's the empire. Reconciling the innocent songwriter of innocent post-VMA's forgiveness with bolder, aggressor vibes and new feuds feels tricky. Society's love-hate pendulum swings predictably. After the Eras Tour's insane dominance, backlash was inevitable, and the life of a showgirl caught it hard. But maybe Taylor saw it coming. One standout gem in this rollout? Her raw, nearly 2-hour chat on New Heights with Travis and Jason Kelce. For the first time in forever, we got unfiltered Taylor, comfortable, hilarious, human. No scripts, no sales pitch. As a longtime Swiftie, that's what we crave. Just her, talking freely from home. Not AI shorts, not brand pop-ups, not $30 movie tickets to understand the album. Not endless Maddie Healy digs. Commercially, I get the mega activations. The music industry is brutal. Ageism looms, heaven forbid a woman over 35 stays a pop star, and headlines keep the machine running. But that podcast felt small, grounded, real, like old MySpace days. So where to go from here for Taylor Swift? Whatever comes next, I'm hoping for less noise, less corporate busy work, fewer brand tie-ins, and more of that authentic spark. Less stuff, more heart. As Taylor herself might say, I just want you. Thanks for watching.